I want to talk to you a little bit about some more advanced techniques for frame drum, some snaps and some finger rolls that you can do. But one thing you can also do is you get yourself some of this stuff that you put down in your cupboards so your plates don't move around. Set that on your leg. This works great for Doombeck as well, particularly if you have like dress pants on and they're slippery. Just keeps things from moving around a little bit. So let's start with finger rolls, doing stuff like, right? My approach is I use these two fingers, and this is really a variation on a pa stroke, right? We want a muted sound, but we're going to do it with just one finger at a time. So I like to reach in as far as I can. You can see how my thumbs are kind of resting on the drum. And for me, doing middle, index, middle, index. Right? So all that time you spend tapping at your desk in school or at work or on the steering wheel, now it can be useful, right? And then the thing to really practice is going from here to a stroke. So practicing or you can do the first finger, or starting with the left hand, something like the beginning of 3 camps. Right. Developing exercises to work on that. Okay. And then also going from your finger roll to a doom stroke. That's kind of a difficult doom to get to, so I like to go to the finger doom. And when I'm doing this, I think of my fingers as being flat as opposed to that, right? You don't want to play with the tips, you want to play with the pads of your fingers. So when you go to doom, you kind of have to think about curved stroke for the doom and then flat stroke for the pa. And then obviously you can do it longer. Okay, that's my approach. If I was playing Rick, I would use these 2 fingers more, right? But I feel like for frame drum, that's my go-to, okay? So that's for finger rolls. For snaps, if you're just doing a single snap on the right hand, again, put your wrist against the drum and then snap with your finger, okay? Now, you can do that for all of your fingers. Okay. And start working on that. This is great steering wheel practice. I find this is the type of thing you don't have to worry about getting them all real strong, right at the beginning. As long as you're getting the motion happening and getting it fluid, that's okay. It doesn't have to be super loud. And then this first finger, you can either do it off of the thumb like that, or there are some guys who stack it on their middle finger like that. I heard David Tuckerman, I believe that's how you say his name, talk about this because the nice part about that is it opens your hand up for whatever your next stroke is, as opposed to this where your first finger is kind of locked down here and has to move. Thumb, first finger. Okay? Either one. And then the same thing over here. Obviously I don't do this one as much. Okay? So one thing, if you want to practice all 4 fingers, is a nice way to start. And honestly, doing this slower is almost more difficult than once it's gotten up to a nice tempo. I use that a lot, not as a rhythm, but as like a rough or a flourish. Or just these 3. If I want to do an accented stroke. And for that, I'm just kind of moving through each one quickly and not trying to get a real articulate sound out of each. Okay. You can combine both hands, 1E and a 2E and a 3. Last one that I like to do is I think I'm splitting my hands into 3s, and I'll play this as a 6-tuplet. So I'll do these 3 fingers, then these 3, and then those 3. So you can develop all combinations. Oops. Ring finger. Okay. You can also do just the 2 middle fingers. Right? And that can be useful if you're playing a groove. Like if you watch that other video, you go back to the malfouf. Instead of playing that, on playing those 2 fingers can also be helpful. Okay? Hope that's some nice information to get you started on some fun frame drum techniques.